Hey, this is Bryce with New Horizon Crypto, and in this video I'll be talking about Coinbase and how you can use it specifically to convert dollars into Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin. Coinbase is by far the most popular platform to do this, but they also own an exchange called GDAX that allows you to do this with a little less fees. But I'm going to start out with Coinbase and show you how simple it is to convert dollars into Bitcoin. So let's get started. Coinbase's website is coinbase.com. It looks like this. Just click sign up and go through the process of signing up to make an account. After you do that, they may ask you a few additional questions about your identity, and that's normal. Every exchange or platform that does this needs to ask you these additional questions about your identity. When you log into your account, you'll see a nice dashboard like this. It's pretty nice. Here's your recent activities, so if you've sent or received Bitcoin, and here's your portfolio where you can see how much of each coin you own, and also you can use Coinbase to store USD, which is pretty nice. Right here you can just see the price of the current coins, history, and all of that. The next tab is where you're going to be doing most of your activity. That's the buy and sell tab, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Just click Bitcoin, then you can choose your payment method. And if you don't already have a payment method, you can choose a bank wire, you can choose a traditional transfer from a bank, you can also do PayPal, and you can do credit cards. And just read a little bit into this because some methods will offer higher limits or more fees or less fees, so just keep an eye on that. It's pretty easy to set up, and once you've done that, you can go back to the buy and sell tab, and you can select that payment method. You select the amount. And so let's say we want to buy 1 Bitcoin, then it will automatically convert that to USD and tell you how much you owe. Over here you see the fees, and Coinbase's fees are quite high, and that's why I'm going to talk about GDAX. But there's all the info. You just click buy, and it'll be transferred to your account within a few days. So you can do the same thing. You can sell your Bitcoin, sell any other coin, and you can deposit it to your bank account, and I think you can actually deposit it to a debit card as well. Credit and debit card right here. So the next tab is the accounts tab, and this just gives you more information on your Ethereum wallet, Bitcoin, and Litecoin wallet. There's also a vault that will offer you a little more security in storing your coins here, and you can add new accounts as well. So if you'd like to set up the vault, you can do it through there. If you like to receive Bitcoin from someone, you just click this button and you'll get an address and you'll get a QR code. And so whoever's sending you Bitcoin will need this address, so you can just send it to them. And right now, since we don't have any Bitcoin here, the send button is disabled. But the same thing would happen then is you click send and it'll give you a place to enter in an address, and that's how you can send Bitcoin to anyone else. And you can also send it to exchanges through this function. The next tab is the tools tab. Here you can manage your addresses. So instead of just having one address, you can remove them, you can create new ones, which is sometimes useful. You can also set up recurring transactions. So if you'd like to buy a certain amount of Bitcoin or something each month as an investment, you can set that up here. I don't have any reports here, but you can just get more information about your transactions here in a download or these reports. So transaction history, you can see your buys and sells, you can look at fees. All of that is available here, so that might be useful for taxes, for example. And next you have the history. So just like what we were talking about on the front page, where you see your history or your recent transactions, this shows you even more. You can download it and do whatever you want with that. I believe it gives you a CSV file or an Excel file, but this is just useful to see where your money's been going and keep track of things. And finally we have the settings tab. But you can just change your profile information, change your address, and all of that. One thing that I would emphasize is that you go to security and you set up two-factor authentication. And the reason is when you're dealing with cryptocurrency, since it's such a new thing, you just want to make sure you're being as secure as possible. There have been exchanges that have been hacked, and you just don't want to risk that. So I use Google Authenticator for this two-factor authentication. You can also use SMS. So when you're logging in, it'll send you an SMS and you can just check the code and enter it in. So that's how you set this up here. You can click verify a phone, or you can use Google Authenticator, which I've chosen to use. And that's pretty much it for Coinbase. I'll also show you GDAX, which is connected to Coinbase. Now I'm on GDAX's website, and I can actually sign in with my Coinbase credentials, which is what it's doing right now. So this is the back end of GDAX. They have a pretty nice dashboard. It can look intimidating if you're just familiar with Coinbase. You've got the order book, you've got the chart and everything. But for our purposes, if you're just trying to buy Bitcoin, just make sure you're on the right pair. So hover up here and click Bitcoin USD, and click market, and then just type in the amount that you'd like to buy. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about limit and stop orders, Google will help you out with that. But basically a limit order will just let you make a purchase at a certain price. A market order will take whatever price is available. The most important thing to know is just how to deposit money into GDAX. So assuming that you put money in Coinbase already, you can just click deposit and go to Coinbase account, and it'll show up here. So you can just click on this and then deposit funds into GDAX. And that will happen instantly just because they're both connected. You could also use a bank account, bank wire, Bitcoin address, all of that. If you'd like to know what the difference in fees are, I just Googled fees for GDAX and I saw this page. So this tells you how much you're paying. You can compare that to Coinbase and see how much you're saving. But that's it. In order to buy Bitcoin, that's all you need to do. You've got settings over here on the right. You can do stuff with the API. You can connect it to other services. Look at the fees, look at the basic settings, and that's basically it. So hopefully you get familiar with this. It's a nice platform, and if you're going to be trading, you'll probably use GDAX quite a bit. In the other videos, we'll go over another exchange called Bittrex that will allow you to buy all sorts of altcoins. But for the main coins, GDAX makes it really easy. And next, we'll talk about how you can transfer over these funds into another exchange to purchase altcoins.